Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. Can you believe the weekend is here? Anyway, cheers on your Saturday, whatever you may be doing, wherever you're doing it. Hello, 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 hello. Let's get started. Let's get going with our song. Give me just a moment to get it queued up here. And let's wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, as we used to say. Well, I have it set to share the sound. Can you hear me? Maybe it's just nothing is playing. So let me know if you can hear me. And I'm going to try playing it again. Go to my settings. It's set to play. You can hear me. Thank you. All right. Sound. Okay. I'm going to play it again. Hang on, let me just stop the share and then I'll play it again. Set it back up to play over computer audio. Oh, Deirdre, you heard the music. Oh, okay. I'm confused. So did you hear the song or not? Who said you had no sound? That was you, Blue. Did everybody else hear the music? And I'll wait. I know that there's a little delay between what you all type in and what I see and what I say and what you hear. It's not always in real time, but somebody please enlighten me. If I need to play the music again, I'll play it again. Morning, Erica. Okay, so I'm just waiting for some info. Auntie Jean, good morning. All right, I don't know. I'm very confused this morning. So I don't know if you all heard the music or if you didn't hear the music, whatever. We'll just hear it in our heads, I suppose. And let's go into our hearts. We can do that. We can have our heart brain coherence together, I think, without any difficulty in having to listen for sound. So, hand on the heart, slow down your breathing. And let's add in the love. Add in some joy. Add in a hug and a smile. What's giving you a reason to smile this morning? I'm smiling because all of you are here. Jim, good morning, good morning. Jim hears fine and heard the music too. And good morning to you. And Kathy Hand, good morning. All right, so who has a reason to smile? And I want to read Marietta's description of what smile is. Spirit magnifies incredible, loving energy. Yes, yes. And that's what we all are. We're incredible, loving energy this morning. And I'm so happy that you're here. Oh, thank you, Erica. I love the cup too. This is our Morning Cuppa JoY cup. And if you don't have one, why not? And if you do have one and you're coming to the retreat, bring it with you. We'll put names on them or something. We'll identify them so that you know which cup is your cup. Oh my goodness, Deirdre, how exciting is that? Adriel and Joni are coming over. They're both on our prayer list. We pray for them every day. So that's awesome. Good morning, Annie7. Erica, you're drinking out of yours. Beautiful. Well, I hope you're bringing yours to the retreat. We're going to just have all kinds of Morning Cuppa cups floating around. We're going to have Leo music playing. We're going to have dancing. This retreat, I am just so excited about it. And I think this is going to be one of the highlights of our year. Pulling the Kuan Yin card for us. So get ready for Miss Kuan Yin. Isn't it amazing how she's always there? We were talking about that last night on chanting, how Kuan Yin just knows every day when to show up for us. And in fact, she's always with us. But she knows how to get our attention so that we know she's always with us. So I do have a card for us. So Blue, it was your sound that was messed up and not everybody else's. I was confused and I was wondering if we were having a sound issue with the computer. And I have a itchy situation going on with my face. Don't know what that's all about. Oh my gosh, Erica is here and Hope is here. Look at that. Grand rising to you, Hope Wellington Marshall, who is smiling this morning because I can. Oh, I love that. What a great reason to smile, because you can. Auntie Jean, and you're able to comment on Facebook? Well, that's good, because I know Facebook was really mean and put Auntie Jean in jail. That's not a nice thing to do at all. And she will not be kept down. She is a firecracker, and look out, because yeah, there's no putting her in jail or holding her back. Kathy Han says, I'm smiling because Bob and Colin are working together this morning at the Coast Guard. Wonderful. And Deirdre says, you know what else makes me smile? In 2 months, we'll be celebrating 3 years of our Peace on Earth tour. Yes, we will. And let's see, in 2 months, that'll be September, I will be in New England, and we will have already started the celebration because we're going to celebrate my birthday while I'm at Charlie's in New York. Deirdre, you better be there one way or another. If you have to start walking now to get there, we will have that celebration. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. And let's see, what are we going to do? Let's do something special on that 2-year anniversary. I feel like we should be doing something, a land blessing, a water blessing. There's going to be something we're going to do. And I feel that. I know it's going to be a very special day. All right. So the Kuan Yin card, let me get to it and see how we all resonate with it this morning. Before I read Kuan Yin, I want to read a quote from a book called The Untethered Soul. Are any of you familiar with that book? The Untethered Soul is such a beautiful, beautiful writing. And it was written by a man named Michael Singer. And it's The Untethered Soul, A Journey Beyond Yourself. The more you are willing to just let the world be something you're aware of, the more it will let you be who you are, the awareness. Let's let that sink in for a minute. I'm going to read it again so you can really get what this says. The more you are willing to just let the world be something you are aware of, the more it will let you be who you are, which is the awareness. How deep is that this morning? Boy, that really went down there, didn't it? To the very core of everything. And so true. So true. If we keep focused on the individual, we keep focused on that's what there is to be, then we're missing the point. The awareness of the world, the awareness of ourself, that's who we truly are. We are that awareness, and that is the oneness. I love that, and I love this book, The Untethered Soul. All right, so Kuan Yin. This morning we have the creative power. The mind often wants to see and know exactly what is around the corner, but to manifest, we have to give up certainty and embrace the creative process. Choosing to live creatively will bring you more joy and success than any amount of certainty ever could. Wow, she just added to that deepness, didn't she? All right, Auntie Jean says, you are the consciousness of the universe. Yeah, and we are that creative power. We create with our thought, with our words, with our intention. And tomorrow we'll be setting some intentions together so you can go ahead and put that energy into, what do I want? What do I want to manifest? What do I want to create? What do I want to be? Think about that for a minute. All right, I'm going to read Kuan Yin again because, yeah, both of these are just very, very deep, especially for this early in the morning. My brain is going, wait a minute. All right, so Kuan Yin is the creative power. The mind often wants to see and know exactly what is around the corner. But to manifest, we have to give up certainty and embrace the creative process. Choosing to live creatively will bring you more joy and success than any amount of certainty ever could. What do you think about that? Let's have a little discussion about both of these things. Both of them have us looking beyond the obvious, looking beyond what we think is solid. And, I love some of the teachings of the masters that have come here, incarnated on earth, and taught us so much for us to wrap our brain around and for us to really understand things a little bit better. And one of those things that we were taught and shared with is that there is no solid. Everything is motion. Everything is energy. If we can think about life in those terms, we think that this chair we're sitting on, this floor we're walking on, these walls that are holding up this building, we think of them as a solid structure that it's just immovable, but it's in constant motion. It looks and feels solid because it's vibrating at such a high frequency that it appears to be that way. This cup that we're drinking out of, that I'm drinking out of, and yours that you're drinking out of, it feels solid, right? If I drop it, it's going to shatter. It's going to change the appearance of itself. But just looking at it as it is, it's energy. It is moving. I think I look at it and I think, no, it's not. It's solid. It's not going anywhere. It's all energy, and it's all an illusion. These bodies that we're in, they're all in constant motion. That's why sometimes we feel like we're spinning, because the frequency and the vibration of our body changes. And so as it changes and we feel into that vibration, we know that we're not solid. We know that there's more to this body than just the fingers and the toes and all the parts that fit together. What's that crazy song? The knee bone's attached to the something bone, to the thigh bone, the thigh bone song. And so it's true. It's all in movement. We're all energy in motion. And when we can realize that, when we can finally grasp that, just think of it as possible. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say, oh, okay, I know it. Just say, I think it's possible. When we open up to possibility, wow, then the whole world opens up for us, doesn't it? Let's talk about that. Any discussion about that? Do you have a problem accepting that you are constantly in motion? Let's just see. Just answer that part of the question first. Is it something that you have a problem comprehending, that we're not just solid? Like if I feel my hand and I look at my hand, it looks solid. So is that something that's hard to grasp for you? Y'all are being quiet, so let's get some conversation going up in here. It's not just me here to talk. I'm going to drink some coffee while you all just talk about this and respond to that. Jennifer Langren, good morning. Good morning, Pat Moss. Good afternoon. Oh, okay. Well, cheers to you at the pub. So the question out there is, do you have a problem understanding, comprehending that nothing in this 3D world is completely solid, that it's all in movement? Everything, period, is in constant motion. Deirdre has no problem with that. And Deirdre says, if the earth is in constant motion, why wouldn't we be also? Have you ever sat in a vehicle and watched a train start to move? Let's say you're sitting still and the train's sitting still. No problem, right? You're seeing it, you're aware that it's there. But when that train starts to move, what happens? You feel like you're moving as well, right? I've done that so many times. I've even done that where I've parked a car and the car next to me starts to move and I feel like my car is still moving. And I freaked out a couple of times over that one. But yes, you're right, Deirdre. The earth is in constant motion. We know the rate that it's moving at. Scientists have measured it. We know exactly what this rock is doing that we are sitting on or standing on. We know what's happening with the earth, the movement of it. The same thing is happening with our bodies. Our bodies are moving at a rate of speed, at a frequency, and we think we're just sitting here or standing or lying. So let's wrap our brains around that. Auntie Jean says, I feel she. Let me see what you're saying here. See if I can grasp it. She is kind of saying that we hang on to what we see as security, and we don't live with the flow of the energy of life, which is creating new. Everything is new. Everything changes with each moment. We are not the same that we were a minute ago. When you showed up to this show this morning, you are not the same as that person that showed up. The cells in your body are in motion, so they've all started changing and shifting, and you might not be fully aware of it. You might think, oh, no, I'm the same person. I'm that same person that came in here ever how many minutes ago, 20, 25 minutes ago. I'm still sitting right here in the same spot. I haven't moved, I haven't shifted. Your body might not have moved or shifted, but the cells in your body, the cellular structure is in constant motion. We're shedding cells on our skin with every moment. It's all moving, it's all changing, it's all shifting. And it's not something that we just stop and say, oh, what's that movement? What's going on? But it's happening. It's happening kind of behind the scenes where we're not just fully aware of it in every moment. And Kathy Hand says, this is where science meshes with spirituality. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be an opposite thing, does it? Science and spirituality, they really are telling us the same thing, that we're in motion. We are constantly moving. And science has shown that. They've been able to develop the instruments that measure, the instruments that say, oh, yeah, this is what's going on. And Blue says, Brookie says no, and I say yes. Ooh, we have a difference of opinion there. I love that. I love that we can accept each other having a difference of opinion. We can accept that it's okay that one person is maybe seeing things in a different way, a different perspective than somebody else. And guess what? There is no right or wrong. There just is. And when we can get to that point and just accept what is, then wow, we've really gone beyond, haven't we? Good morning, Rosalind. Good vibes. Good morning, Joanne Castillo. I want to read that passage again from The Untethered Soul, because I want us all to really fully get this and get what he's saying here. The more you are willing to just let the world be something you're aware of, the more it will let you be who you are, the awareness. Think of yourself as the awareness. Another term for it, another thing that I like to do, is be the observer. Step away, just kind of step away and look back at what's really happening. Look at your body, look at your thoughts, look at your interactions with others. And that's what the blog was about last night, that interaction with other people and being able to be the awareness. And I had not read this passage when they gave me that blog. So they led me to this passage from this book this morning. It came into my awareness and I wanted to play it, but I didn't have time. But I will definitely delve more into the untethered soul, so that I can share some things with you and we can have more conversation about this. Joanne Castillo says, everything is energy, but I think somehow we forget during the day as we run around doing that this magical aspect of ourself is. It is. And when we get into the isness, as Neville Goddard termed it, when we get into that isness, and that's when we become the awareness. That's when we comprehend that there is so much more than what we thought was the 3D, the physical. This is more of a solid matter than we experience in other dimensions. In the other dimensions we go into, it's more energy-based. It's more a concept more so than the manifestation of it. So that helps us when we try to manifest something, when we say, oh, I'm going to manifest $1 bill or $100 bill. I'm going to manifest that. It's already there. Energetically, it's already there. Just like our physical body had to start with a concept, it had to start with a blueprint. So when you think of something physical like money, it's already there. The blueprint of it exists. And the more we allow it to take shape and form, then it's going to be more fully in our conscious field of awareness, our conscious active thinking, that cat that I keep referring to. The concept of it begins on the 6th dimension. So on the 6th dimension is where we really manifest. When we raise our vibration up to that dimension and we start putting together what we want, this is where we tell the universe, I want to create this $100 bill. And I'm just throwing money out there because that's what a lot of us try to manifest so we can survive and thrive, right? So let's say we're all raising our awareness, our isness, to that 6th dimension. We're still in the human body. We're still here in this 3D world because we have incarnated, which means we have brought that concept into something we can touch and feel and see. So in the sixth dimension, when we raise our awareness to that place, we bring the concept of money, jobs, success, clients, whatever it is that you're wanting to bring to you. In the sixth dimension, we're putting it all together. We're putting the ingredients in. Like if you're going to bake a cake, you have to have certain things to do that, right? You have to have the flour, the eggs, the milk, whatever sugar, whatever's going into that cake. It doesn't start as a whole. It has to be put together. It has to bring all the ingredients in to make it what it's going to be when you look at it and it's right there in front of you and it's solid and you're able to cut it and take a bite of it. It's the same thing with everything we manifest, everything we bring into a physical being, a physical thing that we can put our fingers on. It has to begin with the concept. And I want you all to grasp this because it's so huge. This is Manifesting 101. This is how it all works. That we start with the concept of it. We bring all the ingredients forward, whatever it takes for that thing that we want to manifest to show up in the physical 3D world for us. It has to have a beginning. It has to have a point where we say, all right, I'm putting this in there and I'm putting that in there, and it's going to appear for me in my 3D world. That's how it works. That's how it all comes together. It starts with that concept. So if there's something you've been wanting to show up, if there's something that you say, I really, really want this, and I want to see the evidence of this, then you have to go to square one. You have to go to the part of putting all of the ingredients together for that thing to show up, to become the cake, to become the $100 bill, to become whatever it is, the person. You have to do that work of creating. All right, let's see what else we got. Kathy says the book, The Language of God by Francis Collins, ties it all together. The science and mathematical formulas can all be tied to the reality of a supreme life form. I love Francis Collins. And yes, there, like I was saying earlier, there are so many teachers, gurus, those beings of love and light who came here on this planet at the time they came here to illuminate, to help us understand, to help us be more fully aware of how things work and how we can really grasp the energy of it. So yes, thank you. There are so many that have taught us. And it goes right back to the philosophers. Remember Socrates and Plato, when they stood around and just had these conscious conversations. That's what they were doing. And somebody was recording that. Not the way we record today. I wish that we had a tape recording of all those conversations. But what we have is somebody wrote down what they were saying. Somebody helped bring that forward to us as these great minds just stood and contemplated about the stars and the planets and the workings of the universe. And that's what we're doing right now. That's this conversation that we're holding right now. There's no accident that you're here. You are here on purpose. You came here to contribute, whether you are actively typing in something or thinking something, or you're holding that thought, you are contributing to the whole planet having a deeper understanding. Because whatever we're pouring into that universe of universal field that's going out as energy. And just like we can raise or lower the vibration and frequency, we can also bring more of an understanding just by us holding a conversation about this. It puts it out there. It's formed now, where before, maybe it was just a concept. Maybe it was just something we were trying to understand. Have you ever done that? Have you ever had a thought that you just couldn't let go of? You were like a dog with a bone. It's like, no, I'm going to own this. I'm going to really get it. I'm going to grasp it. And that's how it all begins. That's how it all starts. It's just with that one concept, that one thought of, I'm going to get this. I'm going to understand this more fully. And Rosalind, I know you just showed up, and I know I've been with you. I've sat with you. I've seen those wheels turning when you want to understand things more deeply. And that's how all of us, when we can just stop and go into the being, the awareness, that's how we can bring things more forward into the world for all of us to chew on. And I think that's really what the angels have been doing when they give me the blog every night. They give us stuff to chew on. They give us things to contemplate. It's more than just guidance. It's wonderful guidance for us, but it's to help us have these conversations, these deeper awarenesses of what is. And again, there's no right or wrong. There's no, it's this way or no way. It's us figuring it out. It's us saying, oh, everything's in motion, everything is energy, and it's always moving. Okay, let me think about that. Let me try to comprehend that. That's what this is all about. It's not saying it has to be this way. You have to agree with me, Brookie. It's not saying that at all. It's, am I able to step away, be the awareness, and then see what shows up? Auntie Jean says, do you think that has a connection to what Buddha says when he said, how well you let go, that we become a part of the flowing energy of creation instead of trying to stand on false, solid ground and never grow? Absolutely. Absolutely. And once we think we have an answer, it may be the answer at the moment, but that might shift and change as well. So be prepared, because everything is in constant flow. Everything is always moving and changing and shifting. So we have to adapt. We have to be willing to go with it. All righty. I see it's prayer time, and time for us to really go deep inside and meditate on all of this and chomp on some of those things that were thrown out there this morning. I love when we can have conversation. I love when we're all trying to figure it out, to hold each other, walk each other home. That's what Ram Dass said, and that's what he meant, that we're all doing this together. We might not be on the same page at the same time, but all the pages are there. Each one of us has an opportunity to look at one of those pages, and it might open up another page for us. It might open up further understanding and what we're looking at. So yes, indeed, let's do that. Let's go into our prayer time. And Kathy says, Dr. Collins referred to the quote by Woodrow Wilson, I not only use all the brains I have, but all that I can borrow. He says, we look to the gurus you mentioned for more information, teachings, and guidance. He referred to the great thinkers from St. Augustine to C.S. Lewis while writing his book. Yeah, it's like we keep quoting, going all the way back to those philosophers. all the way back to when we first said, what is this? What is this thing that we're seeing, this world, this earth, the stars, the planets? What is that? And when we can start asking the question and not having to know all the answers, but know that the more we learn, the more there is to learn, that's when we really start to arrive, isn't it? To know that, yeah, we're not going to get it all. We're not going to comprehend everything, but we can look at those who have already chewed it up and spit it out, and we can look at what they came up with and see if it resonates for us. Deirdre, prayers for all humans, for Gaia, and for world peace, of course. So let's go to our prayers, remembering that we have that long, long prayer list, and we want to lift every one of them up. We want to especially lift up our hope. Hope, you're in my heart so much these days. And I just want you well and happy. And also Aunt Jean's niece, Beth, who went through a really intense, long, involved surgery yesterday. And now she faces the long recovery of that. And let's please lift her up once more, keeping her in our prayers every day for the very best outcome. Ricky says, my doctor says that my kidneys are shutting down. I can't accept this. I'm praying for a full recovery. Let's get behind you with that. Let's wrap our arms of love around you, Rick, and see yourself in perfect health. See those kidneys. Talk to them. Talk to your kidneys. Tell them how grateful you are for the work they are doing, for their performance inside of your body. Just really show love and gratitude to those kidneys. And we're going to lift you up and stand beside of you. Stand right alongside your declaration, declaring perfect health, declaring that everything is working the way it's supposed to work. And Auntie Jean says, I need a one-on-one course on dimensions. How many are there? Thank you, everyone, for your prayers and energies for my niece, Beth. She had a successful surgery, and it went as well as the doctors hoped. Yes, we are so happy about that. And we're going to have some deep, deep, deep discussion about dimensions in October when we get together at our Changes Retreat. And I know many of you are already signed up. I'm just so happy when I look there and I see the ones that are going to be sitting around the campfire, sitting around the room as we discuss different things in workshops and playing together. And one of those things we're going to really discuss are dimensions and how things come together and how we can be in the awareness of each dimension. And Kathy Hand says, by the way, that back pain I had is gone. It bothered me most of the day yesterday, and today I feel healed. Beautiful. All right, so let's take a breath in. Just go in for a minute. As you breathe in, let it go right into your heart center. Let's do some clearing. That's what I'm hearing the angels say. Clear up any doubt, any place where you say, I'm just not so sure about all this. I'm not sure that I understand. I'm not sure I comprehend what that means, that everything is always moving, changing, shifting. I'm not sure I can understand how things work perfectly when others are telling me that it's not working perfectly. How can I wrap my brain around this and go into miracles and go into knowingness that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working? So clear any thought, anything that's other than love, that's other than perfection. Clear the anxiety behind it. clear the doubt. You do this consciously. It's your conscious active thought to go into the fact that everything is working perfectly. When we're accepting of everything as it is, we align to who we are as spirit, and we allow the outcome. We allow it to be what it is. That's the AAA. That's the miracle part. Let's allow the miracles to work today. Allow it to be what it is without judging it, without trying to control it, without saying it has to be a certain way. Let's just allow. When we go into that allowance, that's our wings. So just say, I allow, and feel your wings. Feel you floating higher and higher, up, up, up to that higher plane without anything tethering you down to the 3D. You're going into the higher dimensions. You're going into that 6th dimension energy where we see Rick and we see that all of his body parts are working perfectly. Where we see Hope, same thing. We see her energy and we see the cells in her body working to perfection. We see Beth and we see her recovering with a quick recovery where everything is coming together and working perfectly. We see our Blue without pain. We see the knee joints working and moving, and everything is just being. Everything is as it is. Just see yourself there on that level. See yourself as you've raised up your energy and your frequency, your conscious awareness. When you go into that higher dimensional energy, then you start to bring the concept of what you want to you. You bring it all forward by creating it, by putting all the pieces and parts together. And you do that at that level of the conscious awareness and bring it now into where you are. Bring it right to your body or right to your world, the room that you're in, the state that you're in, the country that you're in. Bring that which you put together in the 6th dimension and bring it into your awareness here in the 3rd dimension. It's that simple. Doesn't have to be a long, complicated thing. So when we think of things working perfectly, that's how that happens. That's how the miracles happen. When Jesus was alive and walking the planet, there was no hesitation. There was only the knowledge that everything is perfect. And all he had to do was know that, go into that energy of the 6th dimension, and it manifested immediately. All those miracles that he performed when he was walking on the earth plane, that's how it happened, with just confidence, knowingness, understanding, being the awareness, back to where we started today. When you can be the awareness, then everything does come together perfectly. Everything is working perfectly. And just allow it. And now let's bring in love. Let's bring in all of those prayer requests, everything that we might have seen as not perfect. Bring them forward from the 6th dimension. Just see them in their perfection. See everything working the way it's supposed to be working. All the cells working perfectly. Everything coming together. And then let's see that for each other. and for this whole entire planet, that every soul is understanding of the awareness that everything's in motion. Nothing is a constant, but our awareness lets us see the motion of it all. And let's see each other that's gathered here together, and let's give the love. Let's just give love to each other. And we do that on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. And I have a new name to add to our list today, someone that reached out to me last night. Her name is Carol, and I want us all to please lift her frequency. She's not in a good space emotionally, and let's just lift her up and allow her to understand her fullness, her perfection. Anybody else that you all want to add onto the prayer list, just let me know. I change it constantly. Every day when there's somebody you bring to us, I put it in there. And Ricky, I'm going to just add a note beside of your name on our prayer list, so we remember that everything's working perfectly for you, and we help you to remember it. Oh, thank you, Kathy, for your words. And thank you all for sharing love. Mama Huddle Bear, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Catherine Kovacs, thank you for being here. All right, so let's go into our Leo song and raise our vibration even more. And here we go. Come on, Leo, get us dancing, get us moving. Alexa said she didn't want to wake back up. She was having fun snoozing. But we need to hear Leo.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever we may be, create a portal where we can be together. Our telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always more space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. triple A. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy every day. Just start the day on a high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy every day. Just start the day on a high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a Cuppa Joy, Cuppa Fulla Joy, Cuppa Fulla Joy. Give me Cuppa Joy, 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 give me Cuppa Joy. Give me Cuppa Joy.
Woo! And we have words from our Auntie Jean. Whoops. All right, Alexa, I don't want to hear it again right now. So Auntie Jean says, you are the consciousness of the universe, the heart of the world, the all of creation within yourself. You are my loving family. Yes, indeed. That's what we are to each other. Thank you, Aunt Jean. So I say to all of us, stay in your heart, stay blessed. And I'll see you today at 4:44 Eastern Time. Let's come in and have a discussion about what the angels gave us last night. That blog they wrote last night is Make a Path. And I'd love to have you come in today, and wherever you come, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, we're on all of those today at 4:44, and I'll see you there. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.